What up, guys? I am Sa Ra Garvey, and this is the weekly roundup of the people's opinion. And what we're going to be getting into this week is we're going to be talking about Diddy, what's going on with Diddy. We're going to be talking about what's going on with Tyrese. We're going to be talking about what's going on with Sexyy Red. So thank you all for joining me today. You guys come on in, okay? Come on in, get your popcorn, get your tea, get your coffee, get your alcohol if you need to. Roll up a blunt or whatever it is that you guys roll up. We're going to be here for what? Say an hour or so, Jesse?
About an hour.
About an hour. We're going to get into some things. But before we actually get into them though, Jesse, yeah? You said to me, yeah, that you got some questions for me.
I got some curveballs.
You got some curveballs, as they like to say. Pause. He's got some curveballs for me that he's going to try and throw at me before we get into this week's roundup. All right, go on. Jesse, throw one ball, pause, at me. Go on.
Why for that? I want to keep things very current. So I've got a list of things that happened this week that I want to address before we go into the show proper. What year is it now?
2023. We're going to 2024, man.
Do you remember the name Dominic Soler?
Who can forget the name Dominic Soler, bro?
Well, it seems he's served his sentence. He came out on parole.
I didn't know he was in jail.
Well, essentially, internet jail,
Internet
live jail.
Yeah.
And he's done his time now because he's been replaced.
He's been replaced. I know. I heard.
Have you seen?
I've seen, but what we've seen, we can't play.
We won't play.
We can't play. We won't play. YouTube won't allow it.
Yeah.
But you can describe it though. Go on.
Well, I haven't actually seen myself.
You haven't seen it?
No, I don't.
I've seen it. There's like 4 parts. Basically, guys, recently, a man has been caught in a bathroom stall giving cunnilingus to a female, and somebody has recorded it. And what it seems like is that she is enjoying what she's getting. And what is it? What was the year of Dominic Soler?
I think he might have been about 2013.
2013 was Dominic Soler.
I think so.
Dominic Soler was a man who was caught on, was it New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
It was New Year's Eve. He was on some stairs. Somebody filmed him giving cunnilingus to another lady. And as he was caught, he became, in the UK specifically, he became was like a ghetto legend, wasn't he? He was a legend. He was like a ghetto legend. Forget. And his pictures were out there and everyone knew this guy getting caught on New Year's Eve, eating out.
It's crazy. Things. It was 2013. That was 10 years ago.
10 years ago. So on his anniversary, we got a new guy. What's the new guy's name, though?
I don't know his name.
Right. But anyway, you had a question for me about it, though.
There's not really much questions.
Just want to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to call the new guy Dior because he's wearing a really nice Christian Dior jacket.
Mr. Dior.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on public displays of affection? That's a question.
That wasn't a public display of affection, bro. That was someone being caught in a bathroom stall having some sexy time. I'm all right with PDAs, you know. I'm all right with public displays of affection. I don't mind them, but what happened there was that wasn't a public display of affection. That was a red flag. It don't seem like you should be with. Well, listen, let me not say that. If they're together, apparently they weren't together though. But if you're together and you're eating someone out in a public bathroom stall, 2 consenting adults, go for it. But apparently she's now trying to say. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I've got it here.
All right, go on. What are you saying? What's she saying?
Yolanda. That's her name, apparently.
That's her name.
Apparently, according
Yolanda,
to...
we saw you, man. Your legs were at number 3 and 9. They were 3 and 9, bro.
3 and 9. Wow. The lady in the video has gone to the police to report that she was intoxicated and didn't know what was going on. She also told the police that she didn't give permission to anybody to film and share what had happened.
2 things there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The person that she should be going to the police for is the person that chose to film it. The person that filmed it without her consent. Ooh, excuse me. I think that falls under a revenge porn type scenario. Totally get it. To say that she did not want what was going on because the guy was no way. I don't buy it. If anyone has seen the video, it's in like 3 parts, bro. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen any of it.
It's in like 3 parts. The girl was grabbing his head. She was moaning. She was doing all kinds of things. He was using his hands. Bro, she was enjoying it.
Not the hands.
He was fingers. He was enjoying it. Yeah, he was doing the whole thing, and she was enjoying it. So I don't know what. This is the thing, right? She got caught, and now all of a sudden, you got caught, and now it's all of a sudden the man's fault. You were intoxicated. You didn't know what you were doing, and blah blah blah. Come on. I mean, how many times have I spoken about these types of scenarios where women are just get to accuse men of things, even though they know that they were in their right mind of doing them? We can talk about, like I said last week, the Trevor Bauer, talk about Benjamin Mendy, and talk about the Johnny Depps. We can talk about all of these guys, the Ortiz Williamses. We can talk about all these guys that women come out of the woodwork and say, oh my God, he done X, Y, and Z. Listen, that girl, what's her name? Yolanda. Listen, Yolanda. We saw you enjoying, my girl. We saw you enjoying, babes. You had your hand on his head. You were rubbing his head. You were moaning. Your legs were at 3 and 9. We don't believe you. And if the police choose to believe her after watching that video and viewing that video, then we're living in very perilous times, bro.
It sets a very dangerous precedent, doesn't it?
It does, bro. I'm telling you. It just means as a man, you might as well just keep to yourself.
Yeah, but Yolanda, I'm not on your side here. I'm not on your side.
You're not on her side?
Not on her side.
Good.
Because people like to, do things and worry about the consequences once they've consequenced.
Once they've consequenced.
Yeah, but think about the consequences before they consequate.
Consequate.
Now it's consequate. Yeah. It won't be here. I got some more. I've got like 3 or 4 more things.
Go on. What else we got into?
There's someone in England who we must protect at all costs.
Oh,
one of our brothers. He goes by the name of Young Spray.
Young Spray.
He's got he's a rapper. Well, he used to rap. He now has a podcast. I think it's RTM.
Right.
I think it's RTM.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been going back and forth with Nella Rose and Mimi, the music blogger, about this whole scenario.
I've met Mimi, the music blogger, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Done a podcast with her.
Yeah. And he's gone back and forth with Lady LaSure not so long ago about her going to court and being in this court case where it was alleged that she had been physical with her partner, who was another female.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And now he's been going back and forth with Mimi, the music blogger. And apparently she found a clip of him saying that he has smoked crack cocaine.
Ooh. Wow.
But nonetheless, we've got to stand by Young Spray and protect him at all costs because he is hilarious.
Ooh. You see, look, I'm not about doing drugs. I don't do drugs personally. But if an adult wants to do it, that's down to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, they have their own bodily autonomy. They can, do that. But yeah, I mean, you said he's going back with Nella, going back with Mimi, the music blogger. Yeah. On what subject exactly?
I think that was with regards to Nella Rose.
Was it about her being fat and ugly or something like that? Was it about something like that? I believe, no?
Possibly. I don't know. Isn't that you, the fat and ugly guy that talks about?
No, I never use the word ugly. I just said fat. But I think he was saying that she was unattractive or something like that. And, look, listen, let's just be honest. When you call people out on the things that they are, a lot of them, they get upset. Okay, people can say certain things about me. They have for a very long time, right? I don't generally get upset about it and go back and forth with people if I've got an opinion or have an opinion. But yeah, I think we're living in the days and times where people, they think that everything should be cuddled and model cuddled, and you're not allowed to say certain things about certain people, even though they're there for everybody else to see. So if that's what he said, if I'm correct in what I think I saw, it's Ladder's opinion.
Okay. I've got some more things, but let's get into the show.
You want to get into the show?
Yeah, maybe I might come back to them later.
We might come back to it. All right, let's get into Diddy, bro. Right, so...
Bad boy, baby.
Bad boy, take that. So if you've been living under a rock, right, you wouldn't have heard about what has gone down with Cassie and with Diddy. So Cassie's come out. She has alleged in a civil suit, I believe, some things about Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, Diddy, whatever name he chooses to go by right now, saying that he used to physically abuse her, essay her, and also they used to have what they call freak-offs. Freak-offs, Jesse. So freak-offs was where apparently Cassie would go and find a man that they could both enjoy. Or Diddy could watch them enjoy. Now, apparently Aaron Hall has been brought into this. Is it Aaron Hall?
Yes.
Aaron Hall's been brought into this, and apparently Aaron Hall was a part of it. People don't know Aaron Hall is an old school R&B singer. Had a couple of songs. As a matter of fact, I actually quite liked him, but apparently he was part and parcel of it. Diddy's bodyguard has now weighed in on the subject, and for me, right, craziness has always surrounded Diddy. There's always been some kind of crazy rumor surrounding him, whether it be a homosexual, whether he be molesting somebody, whether he's not giving out good contracts to his artists. There's an artist from one of his R&B groups called Danity Kane, who has come out saying that he gave like really bad contracts. You have the Shine incident where Shine went to jail and shut up the club and he didn't. You have Biggie dying. You have
a lot of people dying. There's about 5 people that have died.
5 people. What, Craig Mack? Did Craig Mack die?
Can't remember the names.
I don't know if Craig Mack's dead. You had the Loon. Loon found God being around Diddy for so long. Mace found God being around Diddy for. Do you remember Pastor Mace?
Yeah.
Mace found God being around Diddy for too long, and also the Tupac alleged allegations where he apparently set Tupac up to be killed. So there's a lot of stuff that has surrounded Diddy. So what we're going to do, Jesse, what I want you to do, I want you to play the first video of Diddy. Let the public see some things that Diddy does, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, here we go.
Mr. Lee,
yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping the wish. Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me, though? For real, because I'm saying, it seems like a thing.
It's
this birthday party.
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
Me and you ain't never partied, man. I came to your party.
Yo, red flag. Yo. Now look, if you are homosexual, that's fine. That's not a problem.
Fab didn't want to party.
But what it seemed like there, as a matter of fact, Jesse, what did you get from that interaction there?
Very uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable, wasn't it?
Fab, shout out Loso. He didn't.
It's weird, right? It was a little bit uncomfortable and weird, right?
Yeah.
So when Diddy was saying, "Oh, you don't party with me," Fab was like, "Yeah, I partied with you, bro. What are you talking about? I partied." And he's like, "No, but just me and you. What kind of party you think he was talking about? The party that
I've never been to.
The parties that happened with Cassie? What?
I could tell that a lot of people in that room know things.
Right. That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
They know Diddy to be a little bit
Diddy.
Diddy.
I got to process all of this. I'm seeing these for the first time.
I'm telling you, like, when you talk to her, and he was calling them daddy. He said, "You don't party with. I like it when you do that, daddy." It's like, isn't that quite sexual talk? Isn't that that's what people do nowadays?
Don't
right?
say it to Nella Rose because you get.
There you go. But yeah, it's quite like sexual talk, and these are the types of things that have been surrounding Diddy for a long time.
None of this is proven. Okay.
No, it's all alleged.
How many alleged cases do you have to have before people start looking at patterns? Like, how many enemies can you have? And they all decide, you know, we're not gonna attack him physically. We're not gonna do other stuff. We're just gonna say he's being very sexual with us in an inappropriate way. Like, how many times do people have to do that for you to think, hold on?
Before you to think, hold on.
Yeah. I personally have got 0 allegations.
You sure of that?
I'm sure.
You sure?
I'm very sure.
All right, cool.
So,
listen, bro, I don't know how many. It's funny because there was a video recently of a comedian that's just come into the industry, and he was asking other comedians, just innocently, what should he be looking out for? What should he do? Blah blah blah. And it was with another comedian and another rapper. And one of them said to stay away from the Take That mansion.
Take that.
He said, stay away from the Take That mansion.
Take that as in UK?
No.
Who
says take that?
I don't know who
Diddy,
said it.
Take that.
Oh, yeah?
So Diddy said, it's like one of his like slogans. And he said to him, stay away from the Take That mansion. And so
I've heard comedians talk about like these parties and that you walk into a room, you're like, whoa, ain't that? You're like, whoa, crazy. I always ask you a question.
Go on.
So these freak-offs, let's just say
these freak-offs.
Diddy has instructed Cassie to go out and find a bad B.
A bad B.
A bad boy.
A bad BBC.
Yeah, gross. And she goes out. I don't know where they live, Hollywood, I don't know where they live, New York. She goes out into town, finds a guy at the bar, she's talking to him. The guy's like, damn, I struck gold. She takes him back. They get freaky. Diddy's
in the corner.
Diddy's in the corner. Like, what do you do? And then like you're in the throes of it, and then Diddy puts his hand on your back.
No,
just the back.
Yeah,
shoulder blade.
No, I've never been in that situation, so I don't know how one would react. But I'm guessing there would be a conversation before. I'm guessing there would. It couldn't just be some kind of surprise, like come to my hotel room. Let's get freaky, and then I don't know, a door opens and Diddy walks out with his robe on or something. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, and some oil, like what's going on?
Yeah, boy, baby.
I doubt that is what has gone on. There must have been like a conversation of some kind going on. But listen,
my brother said to me, I don't know how true this is, that apparently Diddy has said in the past that he's got so much money he can turn a straight guy unstraight.
Ooh, I'd have to see the video of that.
Yeah, I can't verify this.
Yeah, I can't. I don't want to do any of that.
But what do you think the odds are? Like, guys there, Cassie, and then Diddy's like, yo, man,
here's some money. Here's $2 million. Do you know what it is? They say a lot of people have got their price, you see.
Yeah.
A lot of people have got their price. And to actually allow somebody to, let's say, penetrate you for money, right? Which is basically prostitution. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what it would take. But they do say, sorry to my American family, they do say that a lot of that is gone in America. They got like the whole quote unquote down low culture in like places like Atlanta and etc. etc. A lot of the women over there have complained about quote unquote men being on the down low. So I don't know, like there may be a lot of men specifically that can do that. Do you know what I'm saying? There's another video though. Mm-hmm. Now this video was with him, Usher, and Kevin Hart. Okay. Now the rumors have been that let's just say there's been talk that when Usher first came out, I mean they've spoken about it, so it's not just talk. Usher was staying with Diddy, but he was in his teens. He was a young 13. Boy. He was 13. He was a young boy. Usher was staying with Diddy at Diddy's house, and I can only imagine what a 13-year-old boy saw at Diddy's house. But obviously Usher is a grown man now, and this is when they've met. And Kevin Hart kind of says because Kevin Hart's a funny guy, says some stuff. So can you play that Kevin Hart video, please? Number 2, I think.
Diddy 2?
Yeah.
Oops. My bad. Sorry. Diddy 2, here we go.
Come here, don't sit on the bed at night. No homo, no, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close, but it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this with me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
We're having a good time, yo. Are you Usher?
Jesse, help me out here.
I'm trying to can, but
help me out, brother.
I'm trying to can, but I can't.
Wrestling over Frosted Flakes?
Greco-Roman.
Greco-Roman. Oily. Oily, hairy.
God. Well, no, not hairy, because Usher was 10 years old.
Yeah, he was. What, 10, 13?
He said 10.
He said 10.
But he might have just been rounding
might
down.
have been rounding down.
He prefers them younger.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. All right, look. I've got a theory about this pause culture. I've got a theory, right? Hear my theory. I think, because it came from America, right? It didn't come from...
Apparently it was Dame Dash and
it was
Jay-Z.
Right, yeah, it was, yeah. I think that because, whether consciously or unconsciously, so many men either know or have heard that other men have been that way inclined, they had to start saying pause. So it's not me. It's not me. Pause. If I say something a little bit weird, if I say, these balls are greasy. Oh, pause.
Yeah.
So you know that it's not.
And especially over there in their jail system.
Yes.
It's different, the rules.
Right.
We're not going to get into it now, but
a lot of guys have gone to the jail house and actually said things like, I am not the gay one if it's not me that's taking it. You know?
Which is backwards for me. Pause.
See? Pause. See? You got to... It's like... I've grown up, yeah, and I've just been able to just speak. If I say something a little bit weird sometimes, like, oh, that sounded like that. That was innuendo. You can joke it off, but it's now got to a point where people have to like say, pause. So I'm not gay. And it's like, well, listen, bro, if you're not gay, then you're not gay. Do you know what I mean? But why do you have to protest now so much that you're not gay? I'm just asking the question, brother.
Yeah.
I'm asking the question. Why have you got to protest so much that you're not gay? Why is pause in every sentence now? Pause, I'm not gay. It's basically you saying, I'm not gay. Look, I'm allowed to speak, but I'm not gay. And it's like,
please believe me.
Yeah, please believe me. Please believe me. And it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But Diddy though, man, this is wild. But the thing is, like, I think about these people sometimes. Okay, you've been to every party. You've had all kinds of women. May have done all kinds of drugs. Psilocybin, ayahuasca, LSD, all the exotic ones.
Speed, coke, crack,
everything.
Heroin.
Like, you get to a stage in life, like, I've done everything else.
What now? And
in the back of your mind, you've always been a bit curious about certain things. And then you got the money and the means.
So you're saying that people get bored of just living...
I'm just trying to...
a certain level of life that they've got to keep up in it.
I'm just trying to rationalize the fuckery.
Oh, God. Listen, all I'm saying is that video there, coupled with the other video with Fabulous, to me says... And because this is all alleged. Okay, it's all alleged. I can't prove anything. I can't prove anything. Okay? I can't prove anything. It's got... I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I'm not the jury. But what I am saying is that those videos coupled with each other kind of makes you think.
And also, that's just what we've been privy to.
Right.
That's just what we've seen. That song, Every Step that came out, what, 97?
Was it 97 that Biggie died?
Or 96?
Or 96?
So between then and now, that's like 26 years, 27 years. I don't know.
Wow.
26 years of fuckery.
Of messed up shit.
I remember they didn't even have cameras back in those days.
Well, they did it with little the big VCRs with the... I think Jamie Foxx has spoken about Diddy parties as well, you know. I don't know. Diddy, like, all I'm saying is that it's looking like Diddy's, his empire seems to be crumbling. Now, he's got a lot of money, that's fine. But I'm saying that people being close to him are now starting to distance themselves from him. He has now stepped down from the president of Revolt.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Apparently, his clothing line, Sean John, is being X'd out of Macy's.
Yep. By the way, do you know why he called the brand Sean John?
Sean John, because Sean's his first name. John. No, why would it be John?
It's his middle name.
It's his middle name?
Sean John Combs.
Sean John Combs.
But now he's changed his name to Sean Love Combs.
Shut up.
I'm not joking.
Love?
Yeah, that's what they call him. Thingy Love. What do they call him?
Dr. Love.
Is that what they call him?
The Love Doctor.
Yeah, Love. Officially, that's his middle name.
See, this is the thing though. Like, you see, when you've done so much messed up stuff, and this is what makes me think whether or not he's done it. You see, you've done so much messed up stuff in your life. You get to a point where you have to try and rectify the stuff that you know. Because when you lay your head down on your pillow at night, the only person you've got is yourself. You know what you've done, which is bad, and what is good from what you've not done, right? And so when people protest so much, when it comes to like, oh, I'm all about love and love and love and love, I'm just like, what's he done? Why now he's preaching love at this age? You know what I mean? Like, what's he done? Yeah. So we're very suspicious of Diddy. But Diddy, look, everything that I've said is alleged.
It's all alleged.
Who am I?
I mean, you settled out of court the next day with Cassie.
Oh my God. That was quick.
Yeah.
Why? Why so quick?
Because she's lying.
So they settled for an undisclosed sum. Yeah? An undisclosed sum. Now, it also says, did Cassie just want money? We got to look at the other side of the coin. Now, did Cassie just want some money from Diddy? And what it was is that she spent some time. She didn't like him. She didn't like what went down. And then she went away for a certain amount of time and then just decided that she was going to get some money out of a man that she didn't like. It's also an option, guys. And that's one of the options that people generally don't go to, because it's like, okay, cool, we've got to believe everything. Now, again, I'm not saying that Diddy's an innocent man. That's not what I'm saying. We've just got to look at both sides, because the bottom line is that this is the public court. Public court. This isn't the actual court. This is a public court. And in the public court, people can be wrong. People can have their opinions. People can be skewed by their own feelings. I can be skewed by my own feelings because I thought, you know, I don't know, he done someone wrong, blah, blah, blah. So we also have to see the other side of the coin and just not say, boom, he's automatically guilty, because if he is guilty, a court will have to decide. Okay, a court will have to decide. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I am not the jury. A court will have to decide, Jesse.
That's right. That's right.
They will have to decide. So that's Diddy. Something else I saw this week, Jesse. Spoke about it on the last podcast. I saw the interview with Tyrese on the Joe Budden Network. And Tyrese's story resonated with me specifically and personally, because to some degree, I kind of understand what he's gone through, or even going through. I've been there in regards to breakups, money, courts, seeing his child, etc., etc. What do you know about Tyrese, Jesse?
I'm Wasn't he a singer?
He said, wasn't he a singer? That's a platinum artist right there. Grammy nominated.
Baby boy, Tyrese.
Actor.
That's the first time I laid eyes on that bald head.
On that bald head. You know what people have said?
Don't say it.
You know what people have said?
Don't say it.
Bro, I have to say it. If I had £1 for every time someone said I look like Tyrese, I'd have about
£1.
£67.
You're joking?
I'm telling you. It's happened quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying that I look like Tyrese, but other people have said that I look like Tyrese. So, I mean, I'd love to sit down and talk with Tyrese, I'm totally honest. His story is one that is kind of close and kind of cuts to me deep. So apparently, when it comes to Tyrese, well, not even apparently, this is what's going on. He was with Samantha, forget her name, Samantha Love or something like that. Samantha, for a certain amount of years, they had a child. They were married. They signed a prenup. That's gotta be stressed. Jesse, they signed a prenup, bro. Yep. The prenup was signed, bro. Now they divorced. She's trying to get around the prenup, bro. She's trying to say that she wants 20 grand a month. 20 grand a month. This woman makes 160 grand a year. She's not doing bad. She's not doing that bad, right? She makes 160 grand a year, but she now wants 20 grand a month. So I want to play a little bit of the video, the interview, and I want to kind of talk about that.
Number one, yeah?
Yeah, number one, please.
Here we go.
You live your life as you know it, your lifestyle, and then somebody comes into it. But the question is more along the lines of, is it possible that
I influenced her to try and get me for $20,000 a month for a 2-year-old? No.
Is it? Yeah.
No. We never spent $20,000 on my daughter when we were together. Mm-hmm. And I had the money.
Yeah, but now
I don't like, who spends that kind of money on a kid? Mm-hmm. She was 1 when she took my baby from me. We never spent $20,000 a month on our child, and the credit card was wide open. So what the fuck do you suddenly need that kind of money for?
You changed the quality of life.
I was gonna say the exact same
What
thing.
happened?
Like the quality of life.
No, he didn't. Yes,
do you don't wait, Ish? You don't think that the quality of her life?
Bro, like, Tyrese is worth millions, right? Tyrese has done Transformers. He's
Fast and Furious.
Fast and the Furious.
Baby boy.
He's made his money, right? But as he said there, 20 grand a month. And the thing is, people look at the what's her name? Melissa Ford there said, oh, you changed the quality of living, blah, blah, blah. And it's not that. What it is that she signed a prenup. Now, either contracts mean something or they don't mean something. Pen to paper means something or it doesn't. To try and get around that after you signed it says that you're looking for.
So that argument, you change the quality of living. That's like essentially getting a new job.
Right.
Getting a massive pay rise. I'm talking about massive, like times 10 what you were earning before. And then you get fired. And then you're like, no, you changed the quality of my life.
That's right.
I'm not going to leave this job.
I'm not going to leave. As a matter of fact, you owe me. You got to pay me each month.
Yeah, because you changed the quality of my life.
Because you changed the quality of my life. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's that entitlement where you think that if you came into my life making 60 grand a year, and then now I'm a multi-millionaire and you've been introduced to this life, but you signed and you said you don't even want my money. You don't want it. You don't want the money. You just want me and you just want a life with me. And you've said that even if we break up, I'll go back to my 60 grand a year because that's not what I want. I don't want the money. I just want you and I want a child and I want this. Do we believe you?
No, we do not.
But she signed a prenup.
In hindsight, we don't believe her because...
Well, we don't believe her now.
In hindsight.
Clearly.
Yeah, in foresight, yeah. But looking at how she's acting now...
But the thing is, she's actually gone on to say that she regrets getting a divorce because there were people around her who kind of pushed her to divorce. So if she's regretted divorcing him, why are you still trying to go for the 20 grand a month? Because you're basically admitting that you were in the wrong. So you're now saying that you were in the wrong and I've got to pay you, or he, not me. I ain't got 20 grand a month to pay nobody. Like, but he's got to pay you 20 grand a month for you being in the wrong. Come on now. Let's be serious, guys. Let's be absolutely serious. You can't get 20 grand a month and you're in the wrong. And you said that you will be fine with the going back to your normal life afterwards. Listen, man.
It's a privileged position to be a woman that marries a powerful and rich man.
Mm-hmm.
Very privileged. Just because you have the option of a divorce. And it looks like now, with or without a prenup, you can still try and get around it and try and get some money.
Well, the richest women in America,
Bezos' wife,
are divorcees.
Yeah.
It's not because they were hardworking Elon Musks of the world. And that's not to say that women can't work hard. Okay, I'm not saying that women can't work hard. It's to say that the richest women in America are women who have divorced their husbands and got some money. And so divorce now has become a business. It's become a business. So when it comes to, okay, cool, I have a prenup. And as men, Tyrese looked like he was a smart guy. He said, okay, cool, I know that divorces can be a business. I love this woman. She loves me. Let's get a prenup. And she says, yes. Now all of a sudden she's trying to get 20 grand a month, bro.
How would you spend 20 grand a month on a 1-year-old?
I don't know, brother. She's not for the child. It's for her. She wants to live a certain lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to live like you said, he introduced her to a lifestyle. She wants to get closer to the lifestyle that he introduced her to. So she's going to need 20 grand a month. Even though you said that you don't need it. Play the second video, please, on that. Let's see what she says. Let's see what he says.
Expenses. He's saying, let's say
I never spent 20,000 on her a month.
Yeah.
Let alone the child.
But she's not living with it. Everything changes.
But it's not that number that changes the quality of life. Look, you changed it.
No. She changed it. She left me, and she's trying to take my life with her.
Yes.
It does not work that way.
That's exactly how it works.
We have a prenuptial agreement that was extremely aggressive and very detailed.
Okay.
And we both gladly signed it because I was sold and oversold on all the shit that she's not interested in. So when the fuck did you suddenly become interested?
Do you think social media plays?
You see that? He's saying she's trying to take his lifestyle with her.
Yeah.
You see? And like you said, as in a job, if the job introduced you to a new life, what obligation do your job, if they started putting you on $1 million a year and then you got fired, what obligation do they have to keep paying you?
Sorry to be a bit vulgar. Imagine you marry somebody.
Yeah.
And she's fine, but she wants to get some work done. Gets a nice, fantastic BBL.
BBL.
Yeah. And when you break up, you're like, that BBL is coming with me. like leave that.
What, like the silicone?
I don't know. Just make it make sense. Essentially, because what he's saying, she left him, but she wants to take his life with her, but leave him to the side.
Yes.
Essentially doing the same. Like,
so I would just take my BBL back and you go and do your thing.
Yeah.
See, listen, bro, trying to make sense of these things, right, makes me realize that we live in a time where a lot of women don't have accountability.
No.
They don't have accountability.
Accountability
is just like, I don't know, it's like a myth nowadays, bro. Like, especially when it comes to women and what goes on within like their mindset and their mind state. Because it's so funny because so many women will find reasons as to why she's in the right.
Exactly. Before we continue, we've got a super chat
from
Philly Vision 215. He said, peace, Mr. Garvey. Blessing to everyone in the chat.
Lovely.
Quickly, Philly Vision 215. Everyone on YouTube has a number at the end of their name apart from me.
Actually, I do. Actually.
Yeah, actually, no one in this chat does, actually, now that I say it.
I actually do.
But yeah,
2012.
Shout out Philly Vision.
Shout out Philly Vision. Thank you very much for the super chat. Where was I? Yeah, the accountability.
Yeah.
The accountability when it comes to women is non-existent. And so what I think now is we're going to get to a point where we're already there, as a matter of fact. There's like a whole war going on between men and women right now, right? On social media. And I've always said the only people that are really built for war are men. I believe women seem like they want to go to war with men, but you're not going to be able to. It might be temporary. You might win little battles, but you won't win the war. Because essentially, you need protection. And women aren't going to protect you like men are going to protect you. They're just not. It's just biological. And so picking a war with men doesn't make any sense. I don't think women picking a war with men in these days and times makes sense, because if men are the ones in the power, which essentially are the ones that can change laws, get laws changed, they are essentially the ones that can bring things into fruition. It's not going to end well.
I heard a funny joke a long time ago.
Go on.
If women ruled the world, there wouldn't be any wars. Just a bunch of countries not talking to each other.
Yeah.
Found that hilarious. But we digress.
A bunch of countries not talking to each other. It's true. Well, maybe. There's one last video of that, though. I want to say one last piece of that Tyrese interview.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
You don't give a fuck
About
that there are men paying way more.
Oh,
at
I
your
do
level.
give a fuck. It's ridiculous, bro. I've got a whole documentary coming out called "Blackmail of the Blackmail" about the family courts. Like, I'm not fucking around. There are no. Have you ever seen women outside of a family law courthouse protesting with picket signs, boycotting, doing anything that's got to do with the family law court system?
No.
You were born a man. There's a preset menu. Fuck what you say. Fuck what you feel. Nothing is going to work in your favor. For the niggas that's got full custody, I can count on my fingers how many niggas I've said that, compared to the niggas who's got their ass served to them when they go in the courtroom.
In a perfect world, what would
Yo, that is so true.
What's it in this country? Fathers for Justice?
Fathers for Justice, bro.
Batman.
Are called Batman and Superman on top of Buckingham Palace and Parliament.
I'm not going crazy, am I? That's what they do.
You're not. It was happened in 2013, right?
Same year as
in
Dominic Soler.
2013, we saw Fathers for Justice scale Parliament and Buckingham Palace in Batman and Spider-Man uniforms, saying that they want justice. Now, you've got to really think about, you are going to a place where there are snipers, bro. You're going to go to Parliament and Buckingham Palace. Do you think that place is not being looked at by snipers? And you're going to scale that. So you're actually risking your life. So you're risking your life to tell people that fathers need justice.
It's crazy. You got to think, like, when people do things that are out of character and extreme, you got to think, what's driven this otherwise sane man to these lengths?
100%. As I said on the podcast before, it got to a point with me, I had to actually be, on my days off of work, I had to go to my son's school, right? And wait for playtime, recess, right? And when he comes out, that's the time I would see him. Hey, son, how you doing? I'd talk to him through the fence, bro.
No way. That's some movie shit.
That's crazy, bro. That's what I had to do.
No.
I had to go and wait there and say, okay, it's 11:05 now.
I would have called the police if I saw you hanging around the school.
I look suspicious.
Was the head bald as well?
The head was bald, brother.
The beard patchy.
The beard was patchy.
God damn, I'm pulling the police. I'm pulling the police.
I was in tracksuit bottoms. I had a hoodie on. Brother.
Sir?
Who are you?
Wow. It was like that, yeah?
But yeah, that's what I had to do, bro. It got to that point, brother. And it got to that point because, yeah, like Tyrese was saying, like, I don't know what happened with Tyrese. Well, I can't say that this happened to Tyrese, but it got to a point where my son was moved away from me. Like, she moved with him and didn't tell no one, didn't tell me, didn't know where she was. But obviously I knew where his school was, obviously, because I used to take him to school all the time. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I can't get in contact with you there. So I'll have to come and get him there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, when it comes to baby mothers and baby fathers and the way in which they co-parent, you see, I read something the other day which said that co-parenting with a narcissist, and I know that word is thrown around a lot, the term narcissist, they don't co-parent, they counter-parent. Meaning that they counter your parenting. Their whole vibe is to counter your parenting. So whatever your child learns with you, when the child goes back to them, they trying to counter it. Your dad this, your dad that, blah, blah. They're trying to counter your parenting. And a lot of the time, from what I've seen, because I consult men all the time, right? And the stuff that I hear, there's a lot of counter-parenting going on and not co-parenting. Because I've said a lot of the time, well, 9 times out of 10, it's not, dads don't want to remove mothers from the child's life. They don't.
No.
Dads know that mothers are needed within their child's life. The the question now becomes, why do so many mothers think that dads are not allowed in their child's lives? It's weird, bro.
It's very weird.
It's like the child becomes their property all of a sudden, and they feel like they can tell you where you can and cannot see the child. So like I said, I have counseled multiple men on this, right? And the stories that I've heard things like men saying that a mother will say, you can see your child, but you have to text me every hour where you are. And things like this make me say, I don't believe that a lot of men are deadbeats. I just believe that a lot of men are just tired of jumping through hoops for women. They're tired of jumping through hoops for the mothers of their children. They are tired of being told what to do. They are tired of being seen as a child, just like the child that they're trying to see. And so what they've said is, you know what? Keep them. Keep the children. I'm not doing this. You're not messing around with me like this. And like I said, I've been there because I got to the point where I would do everything that was told of me because I want to see my child, right? But then it got to a point where you're like, nah, you're really trying to emasculate me now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're really trying to control me now. And I had to get to a point where I say, you know what? I'm not going to allow that to happen. But as soon as you start saying that, it's a problem.
Definitely.
It's a problem. So to all the fathers out there trying to co-parent, stay strong. Stay strong, guys. Okay? You can do this. If you want to go through the court system, go through the court system. The family court system can be a joke sometimes. Trust me. I know. But yeah, if that's the way you want to go for it. And to the mothers out there trying to stop their children from seeing their father, it makes absolutely no sense, because those children will grow up and they will end up resenting you. They will end up realizing that you were the one that kept them from the father of their life. And essentially, they're going to become adults like me and like you. And we understand adults learn to analyze situations. They learn to,
whoa, what's happened here?
What's up?
Camera turned off.
Camera turned off.
No, but this one's good.
One. Yeah, they have learned to analyze situations. They've learned to look at things differently. And even in our adulthood, we get to a point where, like, you know what? Actually, my dad was X, or my mum was X, or this was like that. And like I said, children ain't stupid. They're not going to be stupid forever. They're not going to be young forever. They're going to grow up to realize. So that's on you as the mother. That's on you. If you want to, if you want to play games like that with the father of your children, that's up to you. But your children are going to end up resenting you in the long run. And what I've said is that a lot of people do not have foresight. They live in the now.
We're going to go to one camera setup, okay? So just do what you're doing. I'm going to move some things around, okay?
You're going to move some things around?
Yeah, we're going to go on to the next.
We're going to go on to Sexyy Red next.
Should I play the video?
No, I was going to talk about that first.
Okay, cool.
Well, you're moving around over there, Jesse.
If I play the video, it gives me time to change the cameras and they won't see it. I'm being tactical.
All right. Do you want to change? You want to play the video?
Yeah.
All right, play the video.
I PO'd your private parts.
What that mean?
You took them public.
Because I said my booty all brown.
And what else did you say?
My coochie pink.
Yeah, I hate her. She's delivering a whole spirit amongst young girls. This whole spirit is fit to do a number on the young black girl.
I teach 5-year-old girls ballet. Heart-wrenching. It's horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. I'm playing them ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound?
They're going to automatically think a black girl wants it. Because of the imagery of Sexyy Red, black girls are going to start being molested at a rate that you guys have not seen like no other because of the imagery. Because little black girls is going to start becoming sexually explicit. They're going to be more like the music, homie.
Sexyy Red's booty hole is
brown.
And everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Why do they know that?
Because it's true.
How do you know? Mirror or flexible?
Both. And I be having my phone going like this.
They like these young hoes. So it's no different during slavery. When a bunch of drunk slave masters say, hey man, go get some of Master William, that gal, now them big butt that gal. And the big butt gal slave girl come open up their booties and they and let these white men have it. It's no difference now.
Back, baby.
Listen, that video was actually taken, was actually produced by the Tip Network. So shout out to the Tip Network for allowing me to use their video. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with this Sexyy Red thing, bro.
I've got some things to say about Sexyy Red.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got some things to say about Sexyy Red.
Go
because
on, you say some things about Sexyy Red,
she
bro,
is
before I
not-
get into.
She's not to blame. Okay?
Oh, go on.
Like as an individual, she's been given an opportunity. I don't know her background, but I don't think she came from like a very well-off background, well-off family. I'm not saying they were poor. But I doubt they were very, very, very rich. So she's been given an opportunity to be somebody,
right?
Have an influence,
right?
Have some money,
right?
And give herself the life that she wants,
right?
So she's taking it.
So where does accountability come into it?
The people who have placed her there.
So she's not accountable.
No, because if she decides to say, you know what, I'm having a bad influence on young women and old women, whoever, they'll just replace her. Isn't there who's the one that ate a guy's ass now they want to switch? Who's that?
Sukiana.
Yeah, you got those. You've got
They've done a song together as well.
Yeah, there's a girl with like a ginger afro. Sexy fish, ice fish, ice spice, ice spice.
Sexy fish, which is a restaurant. Ice fish, which is a artist back in the day. Ice JJ Fish.
You understand where I'm coming from? But what the point? The point I'm making is that she's just been planted there. She's just a tool to make some people loads of money. And if she was to say that she's not going to do it, somebody else would.
Sexyy Red to me is a woman who does not know what the word accountability is. She does know what the term ghetto is, and she does know what the term degenerate is, right? And I think she's a ghetto degenerate. And I think everyone has some accountability, right? So to be pregnant and to be twerking while you're pregnant and saying F my baby daddy and all of this kind of stuff, to me says that that she's obviously got some kind of problems that are now being looked upon as normal. Okay. We live in a society, in my personal point of view, where we have a lot of quote unquote undiagnosed mental health issues. And to be on camera with your pregnant belly, twerking,
that's wild.
Acting as if this is normal behavior, bro.
That's crazy.
Normal behavior says that there's something wrong with you, but no one's going to say it. So I'll say it because I say a lot of things and people don't like me for a lot of things, but I'll say it. The girl's got mental issues. Okay. She's got mental issues. There was a time when people like this would be shunned within society, regardless of what society you look at. You can go back to antiquity and it doesn't matter what color society you're talking about. People couldn't come out and do that, bro. They couldn't do that kind of, women couldn't do that stuff. When you're pregnant, you're in a quote unquote sacred state. People would normally, help you out, come over, do things for you. But now you're on video sets, bro, twerking. Pregnant, brother. Talking about how you want to do this and you want to do that and all kinds of debauchery stuff. Bro, she's mentally ill, brother. That's all I'm going to say. She's mentally ill. And it's one thing that Charleston White said in that video, people have their problems with Charleston White. I'm not here to say he's great or not great, yeah? People have their problems. But what he said is that black girls are going to start being molested at a rate which is going to be crazy. Why? Because the Sexyy Reds and the Sukianas are out here showing that young black girls, a woman was on there crying saying young black girls are talking about, listen to Sexyy Red. 4, 5, 6, 7 years old.
Who's Skeezy? Who's that?
Sexyy Red. That's Sexyy Red, right? And so if a 7, 8, 9-year-old girl wants to listen to that and wants to dance like her, they're going to sexualize themselves. Once you start sexualizing yourself, there are pedophiles and perverts out there for your children, okay? And a lot of people's children get preyed upon for no fault of their own. right? But what you're going to do is that you're going to, I'm not victim blaming here, but you're going to shine a light on yourself. If you keep sexualizing yourself, you're going to shine a light for the weirdos and the evil pedophiles out there, right? Who are going to go and they're going to do it anyway. But you're going to say, he's going to be like, oh, I'll get that one. Because if that person was to be something that happens to that person, they don't really value themselves. They're in and around let's say they're in and around a bunch of people that don't really value them. And one of the things that, it was a documentary, I remember it, bro. They were asking a pedophile what they look for when they kidnap a child. And one of the things they said is no father around.
Damn.
Because they said the father's a protector, isn't he? But they look for people, they look for children with no father around. So it's just a mother, yeah, that's an easy target. But not only is just these children only being raised by single mothers with no fathers, they're now being sexualized, bro. They're making targets of themselves and they don't realize.
Which is why I'm saying this is part of a larger global conspiracy. So regardless if it was Sexyy Red, who has got mental health issues, probably daddy issues, and many other issues, if she didn't do it, somebody else would. They would find someone else to do it.
So this is what I've said. While you may be right, yeah, you see this podcast, yeah, we are now as Black people in a position to start changing our narratives, right? So I can sit here and change the narrative. A million Black people could be thought of as X, but I can be the one that is not, because I can change the narrative and I can do this. Every Black person now, even just with this, can do that. They can change the narrative, bro. So my thing is, but the thing is, changing the narrative is not lucrative, is it?
No.
Do you get what I'm saying? There aren't people out there just trying to hand you money to change the narrative, right? But the bottom line is you can be. And so you're saying that, yes, they'll bring someone else in, but we are also within the position to change our own narrative. And I think if more people start changing the narrative, it will become more lucrative.
No, you get cancelled. Look what they did to Kanye West. And he's a powerful person.
No, and the thing is, because Kanye West is one man.
One man can change the world.
No one man should have all that power.
Yeah, all of that.
Right? That probably would have been a better one to sing, Jesse. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, sorry, yeah.
I don't know what song that was.
That was a Kanye West song. It's Big Sean, Kanye West, and someone else.
Yeah,
that's why I sang it.
You didn't do it justice, bruv.
I won't do any song justice ever. That's what I'm here for.
but what I'm saying is that, yeah, we can change the narrative. If more people started trying to change the narrative, then the narrative would actually change. And then money would go into there.
You think so?
Of course it would.
I feel like you're an idealist.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's, okay. There was a time where, okay, let's look at this. Football. You like football?
Love it.
Right? Why does football make so much money?
Because it speaks to the people.
Right.
It's like a peasant sport.
And people want it, don't they?
Yeah.
So if the people didn't want football and they wanted Pepsi, I don't know, money would go into Pepsi, because the people with money understand that they want to make money. This is capitalism. So if there's enough people to consume something, money will go there.
Yeah.
It's not being an idealist. It's being a capitalist, really. If there's enough, say 1 million people on the internet tomorrow said, I'm going to talk about the consciousness of Buddha, right?
But I feel like
there's money in there.
You're right. But I just feel like the powers that be, although they may be fewer in number, their influence is more than the million that would want something.
Say that again.
So if the people decided that they don't want football, for example, like you said, they wanted something else, okay? There's 1 million people that said, this is what we want. We don't want that anymore. We want this. The powers that be that want to keep the old way in place, although they may be fewer in number, their influence is greater.
Their influence is greater, but there are more people than there are people in power.
It's always been that way, and they still control what we do.
They do, and I would actually agree with you. And the problem is, I would say, is that the people, we're getting deep now, is that the people...
Pause.
See?
I don't know. I just feel like...
See?
I just feel like it.
You see?
I'm ignorant.
This guy. So basically, people are the ones that control things, but they They don't know that they control things, if that makes sense. They are sheep, essentially. Essentially, people are sheep, but they don't understand that sheep still have power. They may not have the money, but they can create the money. If there's 1 million people and everyone puts £1 in, that's £1 million, bro.
£1 million.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're 1 million poor people and you think, oh, I've only got £1, you're not thinking. So I would say the mindset has to change. Now, listen, now that's idealistic. Asking people to change their mindset en masse. I'm not stupid. I probably know that people aren't going to change their mindset en masse generally. But I'm just saying, money goes where things flow.
Facts.
That's what I'm going to say.
Facts.
Let's round off with your questions, bro. You said you had a couple more questions, did you?
You got another video here. What's this video?
Oh,
what is that?
Oh, that's the Diddy one.
Okay.
We've already done Diddy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few more things that have happened in the world.
Go on, tell me what else has happened in the world. And let's have a talk about it.
Another person that we must protect in our community is the rapper Nines, who was arrested at Heathrow Airport. You hear about this?
He was arrested at Heathrow Airport.
Yeah.
For what?
Possession of drug offences, and he was allegedly caught with marijuana. So apparently he was arrested for outside drug offences, and during the process of the arrest he was found to have marijuana on his person. That's what I'm getting from this. This is someone, by the way, who's very influential in the UK scene. Recently came out of jail after serving a sentence for importing Class B drugs, cannabis.
Class B?
Yeah, so cannabis.
While he was rapping?
Yes.
Well, you see, the thing, I need to know the details, because at what level do we say importing? Was he importing because he was going to another country and he had weed on him? Because they can say that's important. Into a country.
Conspiracy to import. So, i.e., you're
like
making phone calls. Yeah.
Big deals.
Big deals. Deals where you meet a man on a park bench, you both look straight ahead. You have matching suitcases.
And you have like code words and stuff.
Exactly. The wind moves fast in the winter. Yes, but the sun rises low in the spring. What? Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, listen, I would say this. If he is still trying to sell drugs while being a rapper, makes no sense to me. Makes no sense.
Let me play devil's advocate. Makes no sense to you. Okay.
To me, yeah.
We don't know how much money he makes from music.
True.
If he makes more money from selling drugs than music, does it still make no sense? When I say more money,
if that's his life, it makes sense to him.
Yeah, when I say more money, I don't mean, let's just say a year he makes, let's say, £400,000 making music, yeah? Which you would think would be enough for you to not do any crime.
It's a good wage.
And what if you made like £3 million selling drugs?
Well, the thing is that it depends how greedy you are.
I've got to cut you off now as well. Sorry to interrupt. This goes back to the prenup situation. He's now become accustomed to this life.
Yes. So it's £3 million life.
Yeah, 3.4 because of the music as well.
3.4.
Yeah. So he's now become accustomed to this. And not only that, we're assuming it's someone who grew up in this culture, i.e. dealing drugs. So that's all he knows.
That's all he knows.
You understand?
So sometimes people, when you only know one thing, it can be a gift or a curse.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? When you only know one thing, sometimes you can be really good at something and you only know it, and you could be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
Perhaps.
But if that's the only thing you know and there's no outlets for you to do that, then you have to keep going back to the thing that you know. And if it's illegal,
yeah, you're done.
That could be your ass, Mr. Postman.
Yeah. We got like 5 minutes left.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah?
I think what else have I got? The T.I., not T.I., that was something else.
T.I. and his son.
Yeah, no, forget that. We'll leave that. Young Thug, the trial has begun, the RICO.
Listen, man, is that another person again who's a rapper, but he's getting into himself into?
We're not sure, but the thing about the Young Thug trial is that it's a RICO statute. It could have major implications on Donald Trump's trial. Yeah. So that's what it's like, a landmark case. So basically, if they find a way to find Young Thug guilty, they're more likely to be able to prove Donald Trump guilty.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And they've also been allowed to use his song lyrics in evidence against him.
I mean, look, if we can use your song lyrics and it's talking about killing other people and doing all kinds of stuff and selling drugs, and bro, it's a rap.
Okay, but then
it's a rap, bro. If they can use your lyrics.
But then it's okay when Kings of Leon say that your sex is on fire. Like,
Well, that's not hurting anybody, is it? They're just,
Fire.
No.
And sex at the same time.
Arson and sex at the same time. Well, as long as no one's being set on fire, do you know what I'm saying? I guess,
we don't know. We don't know. What if one of the Kings of Leon group members was on trial for arson during a sexual activity, and they played that song saying, you have a song where you're talking about sex?
I mean, they could try, but I doubt they'd get far.
Well, we would hope not, but yeah, they get far when using rap lyrics against rappers.
Yeah, because it's easier, because rappers have been known to talk
be
about
black?
selling drugs and killing people.
And to be black.
Yeah, like they've just been known to do it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, if Young Thug has done that again and he is a rapper making millions and he wants to still live that life, then like I say, it don't make no sense to me.
No. We'll leave it there because we're literally out of time. I'll let you wrap up and do your thing.
Folks, thank you all for joining in. Thank you for tuning into the weekly wrap-up, roundup, the people's opinion. Guys, I'm telling you, right? You right there?
Yeah, don't forget our surroundings, temporary, let them know. We'll be back next week.
We will be back next week in our normal surroundings, okay? This is temporary surroundings because there were some temporary technical difficulties that happen in this life, and that is just the way the internet goes. You know what I mean? But we'll still be Tuesdays. Are we still doing Tuesdays though?
Currently, no.
What do you mean, Jesse?
We can't do it here.
We're not okay. There's no podcast this Tuesday, but there will be one next Tuesday, the Tuesday after. We'll see. Technical difficulties, guys.
Fridays are still going
But
ahead.
Fridays, I will still be here every week doing your weekly roundup. And Jesse will be here, the voice behind the camera that none of you guys know what he looks like. So you're all going to come up with some kind of way in which he looks like. So Jesse could be a fat dude.
I am, but...
He could be white.
I am again.
Could be a woman. Could be trans.
They, them, us.
It could be a they, them. Could be more of them. Could be two of them sitting there right now.
Never know.
Thank you all for joining in. This has been the weekly roundup for the people's opinion. Guys, thank you for all that donated. We shall see you again on the flip side. Peace out.